So the original plan was to do the Giro as the leader and then go into the Tour. Is that right?
Yeah, the original plan was that I would be the leader in the Giro, and then afterwards I would go for the Tour also. But we knew that it was not possible for me to be 100% in both, especially with the hard parcours this year in the Giro and the long transfers between the stages. Would be both mentally but also physically a really hard Giro, and then to do the Tour afterwards with good condition would be difficult. So that's why we decided to go 100% for the Tour instead.
Sure.
And they really wanted me to be there as a helper for Frank and Andy. So now being 100% focused on the Tour, then I might also get my own chance in the Tour to do something now that I let go of the Giro. So that's the plan we are working with now.
Would the Vuelta not be an option, perhaps, to go for that as the GC contender there?
That could be an option, but first it's the Tour we have to see, and then afterwards we have to see how it's going and how I get out of the Tour. And sure, I need a break after the Tour, like everybody else kind of does. So we'll have to see, and the program for after the Tour is not done yet. So I have to see if I'm in there or not.
Sure. And with the Tour last year, obviously Frank crashed out early in Arenberg. Did that change the dynamic for you in the race? Did that put too much pressure on you, or did you feel that there was more pressure on your shoulders perhaps once that happened to be there for Andy in the mountains?
No, not really, because even when if Frank would have been there, I would still have been there to do my best and to give 100%. So if I'm giving 100% with Frank and Andy or 100% only with Andy, it doesn't change that much. I gave what I had in me on the different stages, and couldn't change that just because Frank was out. Of course, it was maybe more important that we were there and that we were there to support Andy, but in the end of the day, it didn't change a lot for me. It didn't change the way I had to ride for Andy. And I would still have been giving 100% if Frank would still have been there. Then Andy would have had more help maybe later in the race than he actually had. But in the end of the day, I don't think it would have changed. Maybe it could have changed the outcome, but you can always look back and say this and that we could have changed. But yeah, the matter and the fact was that Frank crashed. He broke the collarbone and couldn't continue, and it was a pity, but that's how it was. And for us, it's just about looking forward now. There's no reason to look back and look at what we could have changed. And there's a new Tour this year, and the goals are the same. And I really believe that Andy, he can win it, and he also proved that really clearly last year that he is one of the guys you have to beat if you want to win the Tour. And with or without Contador this year, I think he has a really good chance.